hello, and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength training class, we're going to be working on a full body repertoire of exercises. I hope you're good with that. Now, with that said, you're going to need a mat, a set of medium to heavy weights, and a set of lighter weights. Also a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. Water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So if you're not on the same beat as me, guess what? That's okay. I strictly want you to focus on your form and technique. That is the most important part of this. But first things first, let's warm up. Now, chest is back, chest is up, shoulders are back and down. There we go. Now walking forward and walk back. Walk forward and walk back. Now one more. Heel dig and heel dig back. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Now side to side. And lifting the leg up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. March center. Shoulders back and down, chest lifted. You want to brace slightly from the rib cage to engage those abdominals. Now walk forward and walk back. Walk forward and walk back. Lifting the knees up a little higher. One more. And this time, adding a heel dig. Out and back.
Only the brave will survive.
Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Side to side. And leg comes up. You have 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Bringing yourself down for a landing, bending both knees to the center. One arm up for a nice side stretch and pull down and up. Now, as you pull down, I want you to think lats. That's your upper back. So you're holding the shoulder down, even though the arm comes up, feeling the stretch and lengthening in the side. And as you pull down, you feel your lats contract as your elbow reaches to your side. One more. Now turn to the right and roll through the back foot. Down and up. One more time. Hold here, bend the knee, and hold, feeling your heel on the ground. Calf stretch. Now turn the body to the front. Toes come up, bending your right knee and hinging from the hips. And as you hinge, press your tailbone back. Lift the chest up and feel the lengthening behind the left leg. Deep breath. Exhale. Now lifting yourself right back up, feet apart, right arm up and over, and pull down, focusing on the lat, keeping the shoulder down even though you're reaching your arm up. One more time. And now bring yourself over to the left, roll through the foot, up and down, roll up. One more. Hold the heel down, stretch forward. Chest is up tall, shoulders back. Turn the whole body to the front, toes come up, bending the left leg and hinging. And inhale, exhale, tailbone back. And now come center. So I think we're ready to get started. Starting out with just a basic squat. Both feet are hip distance apart. That means your feet are directly underneath your hip joints. And here's what I want you to think about. A little tiny chair for like a 3-year-old. 3, yeah, maybe 4. 3 or 4. Little chair, that's all I'm saying, little chair there. Now, chest is up, you're looking towards me, and I want you to aim your tailbone back. That's where your focus is. As you aim your tailbone back, you're going to feel your toes come up, and I want you to grip your toes down so that your feet are solid on the floor. Now push off your entire foot to come up. Tailbone goes back, chest is up, looking to me, and press up with the entire foot. You're bracing from your rib cage, which really pulls in the abdominals. Tailbone back. And even though it looks like I'm hinging, I'm not intentionally hinging. I am hinging only because my tailbone is going back, which is why I want you to stay looking up towards me the entire time, because this way you hold your neutral spine. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Lift center. Now, finding a focal point or holding on to a wall or chair. Left leg comes up. Shoulders are back and down. Push out through the heel, taking your hand on your quadricep. Feel the quadricep contract, so you might have to move slower than me, that's okay. I want you to feel the muscle contract. This is much more than just bending and straightening your knee. Uh-oh, the toes in my right foot are not acting the way they should today. 4 more, and 3. Here's 2, shoulders are back, chest is up, 1 more, and set the foot down the other side. Finding your balance, shoulders are back, and push through your heel. And use your hand to feel for your quadricep. Pulling in from the center. Inhale and exhale. We have 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes down. Now feet are hip distance again. Remember that little chair back there? Same thing. Inhale and exhale. Sit back and press up. You'll feel your weight on your heels and grip your toes down, then push with your entire foot to come up. The goal is to keep the knees right over the ankles. So press the tailbone back. Your weight goes back. Chest stays up. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time balancing, one more round. Starting with that left leg. Lift up, shoulders are back and down, feeling your quadricep. Push with the heel. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Set yourself up with your torso first, and then push out through the heel. Rib cage is bracing inward. Inhale and exhale. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs around. Yes. Okay. Turning sideways. Actually, you don't need to turn sideways. I'm turning sideways so you can see me better. I'm stepping my left leg back, as you will do the same. Now, here's what we're going to do. Watch me first. I'm going to bend, and I'm going to squeeze my glutes. And I'm going to land, and I'm going to bend down into my lunge and squeeze here. Now, the front knee stays right on top of the ankle. That is key. So bending down, join me. Squeeze the glute, come down, and lift. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, pulling in from the center. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. The other leg. I'm only turning so you can see me. You can stay right where you're at. Chest is up nice and tall. Come down. Make sure this knee is right over the ankle, and then contract and down. Up. Your goal is 2 90-degree bends. Keep the shoulders back and down. Squeeze from the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move the legs around. Okay, grabbing your weights. Heavy, medium to heavy. Next up is a plie. Both feet are out nice and wide. Turn your toes out, shoulders back and down. Come down once. Double check where your knees are. The knees should be right over the ankles. From there, squeeze up with the glutes and push out with the knees. And up and down. Your feet stay in one spot, and all 5 toes are grounded into the floor throughout the movement. Shoulders back. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Thinking about what you're doing and really working intentionally. Squeeze the glutes up, push the knees out. Glutes up and knees go out. You have 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Let's set these weights down. We have one more round before we make it to the floor. Stepping back into your lunge. Chest is up nice and tall, coming down, making sure the knee's right over the ankle. Now from here, contract the glutes and land. Up and down. Bracing from the ribs, keeping the shoulders back and down. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Chest up nice and tall. Come down, make sure the knee's right where it should be, and squeeze up. Deep breath and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I can feel my legs. What about you? Going back for our weights, last set here standing. We have one more set of plies. Feet out wide, come down once. Double check where your knees are at. Now squeeze up through the glutes. Inhale and exhale. Using your breathing. All 10 toes into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. This is a great time to grab some water. Let's set our weights up next to us and the mat to the floor. So starting off, feet out, chest up tall, and exhale and hinge. Deep breath. Exhale. Now, simply lean to the right. Bend your right knee. Reach for your left leg and press back, or simply push your knee back. Either way. Pulling in from the ribcage, just feeling the stretch in your quadricep. And release the other side. Bending the left leg, shifting over to the hip, leg on its own or reach back, your choice. And feeling the stretch right along the front of your thigh. And release. Now, moving over to an all fours position, I want you to take both sets of weights on both sides. Let's make our lives easy. Now, first things first. You're sitting here, you feel all your weight nicely centered. Extend your right arm forward, left leg back. Find your balance and then move an inch up and an inch down. Now with this movement, it's more important for you to feel steady than for you to stay the same beat that I am. So I want you to move at a pace that you know you can hold your torso in the center. The weight between your left hand and right knee should be about the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down for a landing. Other side. First, find your balance, and now lift and lower. Just an inch, keeping your torso and everything nice and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let me move these back just a little bit. Now taking your hands outside of your mat, press your body down, pulling in from the ribs, feeling your weight in your hands and creating more or less of a straight line from the knee to the tip of the head. And then lower the chest and lift. Your goal is to bend your elbows to about 90 degrees, keeping your elbow over your wrist. Inhale one way, exhale the other. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sit back in a child's pose. My favorite, why not? Lifting back up to all fours position. Left leg back, right arm forward, and lift. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Pulling in from the rib cage. Feeling your weight nice and centered. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Lift up. Pull in from the ribs. Use your breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now take those hands outside of the mat. Bring your chest forward so it lands in between your hands, and then bend the elbows 90 degrees. Pulling in from the rib cage as the work feels more challenging. And making sure as you bend, the elbow lands right over the wrist. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sit back, taking both arms back. Chest is up tall. Release the arms, deep breath, and exhale. And release. So now, still staying on all fours, start with the heavier weight. We're going to proceed to do a back row. And in our back row, I want you to think shoulder blades, so very important. So right now, we have the right hand and the two knees. They should be balancing your weight. Left arm comes up with the elbow close to the body, and as the arm is pulling up, you should feel the left shoulder blade move towards the right shoulder blade. Rib cage is nice and tight, and you're inhaling one way and exhale the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the lighter weight. Same thing, balance your weight. This time, arm goes forward and back. Keeping the elbow very tight to the body. And as the weight goes out, which is when there's more resistance, that's when you really contract from the rib cage the most. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting the weight down. Now the other side. Balance your weight using the left hand this time, and right shoulder, the shoulder blade actually reaches towards the left shoulder blade as you pull the elbow up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching for the lighter weight, balancing yourself in the center, and reach forward. Contracting from the rib cage as you extend the arm out. So you keep the center nice and strong, and at the same time, you're maintaining neutral spine the entire time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weight down. Cross one arm over and hold. I don't know, for some reason, I think today's a hot day, or I'm working very hard. The other side, come over. We have one more set. Starting with the left hand, balance your weight on all 3 points. Now start with your back row. Elbow tight to the body, feeling the shoulder blade move towards the right shoulder blade. Because you have the floor here, it feels like you have a little bit of a limited range of motion. That's okay. I want you to focus on the shoulder blade. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The lighter weight, balance your weight, double check your posture, and reach. Embracing from the ribs. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weight down, the other side. Starting with your heavier weight, elbow up. Moving the shoulder blade towards the other shoulder blade. And pulling in from the rib cage. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lighter weight, ready? Reach out and in. Out and in, keeping your face looking down so there's no stress in the neck. Remember, we want neutral spine, and that goes from the tailbone all the way through your head. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weight down. Now bring yourself over to your side and back on your back. Knees into the chest. Setting one foot down. We will use this as an intermission. Heel to the sky, tailbone down, and pull the leg towards you. Inhale and exhale. Release the other side. Leg up, tailbone down, heel up. Pull the leg towards you. Release and stretch. And release. Now, taking the heavier weights. Arms are up, knuckles to the sky. Shoulder blades are pushed down towards your mat. And now open the arms out 90 degrees with the wrist right over the elbow, and then press straight up. Inhale and exhale. This is a chest press. Using your breath and always double checking the wrist so that wrist stays nice and straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring these weights down and taking your lighter weights. Arms come up, same thing with the wrists, knuckles to the sky, shoulder blades back, and this time bend the elbows, bringing the weights right by the ears, and then straight up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Using your breathing, up and down. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those weights down. Hands behind the head. Allowing your head to hover off the ground. And once again, pulling in from the ribs. And now squeeze in more from the ribs and then release. So what's lifting you up off the ground is not your arms, it's the center. I want you to contract and release, and that in turn lifts your upper body off the ground. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And the goal here is truly to feel the rib cage squeeze inward and out. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in. Let's have another intermission, why not? Now crossing the left leg over the right knee and bringing your legs in for a figure 4 and hold. And release, other side. Cross the foot over, pull the legs in. And release. Now taking your heavier weights, turning the knuckles up to the sky, shoulder blades into the mat, and come down and up. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights down. Take the other ones. Arms come up, knuckles to the sky, and now bend the elbows, bringing the weights by the ears. Now with this exercise, this is triceps. Your goal is to keep the elbow in one spot so you can feel the full contraction of your tricep as you extend your arm up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weights down, hands behind the head. Once again, hovering off the floor, feeling now the weight of your head. That's like 8 to 10 pounds. For some, it might be 12, but basically 8 to 10. Now, move all your awareness to your rib cage and close and squeeze the ribs, and then allow them to open. And squeeze and open. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Using your breath to guide you through the movement. 5 more. and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, turning to the side and bringing yourself up. Let's move these weights out of our way. We've mastered this. We are champions now. One arm across the chest and hold. You can sit with your legs any way you want to be honest. So whatever feels comfortable as long as you're sitting up tall with neutral spine. Now, arm comes up and behind the back. Reach for the elbow, stretching your tricep. Release. Do this again. One more time. Release. And pull the elbow back. And the other arm across the chest first. Shoulders down. Release, deep breath, and exhale. Arm comes up and back. Pulling the arm back. Release. And press back. And since our hands are here anyways, take both hands behind the head, chest up nice and tall, turning your upper body to the left, pulling back with the left elbow, sitting up nice and tall. Slowly rotate back to center, and now right side, right elbow back. Let's do this one more time, coming back to center, and turn to the left. Left elbow back, sitting nice and tall. Move back to the center and right side. And turn to the front once again. Now chin to chest. And this time using your hands for resistance. So as you come up, I want you to resist with your hands. And now chin to chest. Resist on the way up. Chin to chest. Resist. One more time, chin to chest. Resist. And release. Shoulders coming up, back, and around. All the way up, back, and around. And now extending both legs out. This time about hip distance apart. Deep breath and exhale and hinge forward. Again, inhale and exhale. Sitting your body nice and tall, taking your right arm on the left leg, simply just resting the arm there to be honest, and take your left arm all the way back and around, chest up tall. And release. Other side, setting the left arm down, reaching the right arm up, back and around. And back to the front, crossing your foot over, deep breath. Exhale into a figure 4 as you hinge forward. And as you're here, think about lifting the chest, pushing your tailbone back as much as you can, and pulling your toes towards you all at the same time. Inhale, exhale. And release. The other side, cross the foot over, deep breath. Exhale and hinge, toes to you, tailbone back, chest up. And inhale. And exhale. And now lift up back to center, taking both feet into a butterfly stretch. Inhale and exhale and hinge. So you may not feel like you can hinge that far here, and that's okay. What I want you to think more of is pushing your tailbone back. The more you push your tailbone back, the more you will accentuate the stretch and lift your chest up high. Deep breath. Exhale. And release. Taking the body over to the side. So left arm coming up, left hip pushing down all at the same time. Release. Do this one more time. And reach and stretch. Now reaching for the ear and pulling the left ear to the shoulder. Pressing the right shoulder down. And slowly let go. The other side, right arm comes up and over, right hip into the floor. Release, taking a deep breath, and exhale. Do this one more time. And reach. Now take the right hand to the ear and pull the ear down to the right, pressing the left shoulder down and hold. Lifting your head back up to center, shoulders come up, back, and around in a big circle, moving forward, up, back, and down. Again, forward, up, back and down. One more. Now hold the shoulders down and turn your head over to the left and over to the right. One more time, keeping the shoulders down and parallel to me. Turn your head and turn to the right. And back to the center. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Please go out there, drink plenty of water throughout the day, and keep the body